How's it?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, recording in progress.
Well, I was meaning to stop it actually.
Your guests if they choose later. I am a mother of teenagers and toddlers. We have 3 teenage boys, 2 toddler girls, so we have quite a busy household. And I'm excited to talk about why waterless. So, you're probably wondering how I ended up with this waterless, amazing, magical tube. And it all begins in that lovely year we do not talk about. And that was the year where, if you remember, of washing your hands for 20 seconds, hand sanitizer, all of those wonderful things, I had the nastiest hands you could have imagined. I would hide my hands. I was so embarrassed of my hands. And I was at the point of trying everything. I would have paid big bucks for anything. I was even getting into Facebook groups asking people, like, what are you doing to relieve your hands? Anybody else have nasty hands? Like, trying to find that thing until I had heard about this crazy waterless lotion bar and that you actually had results. So that is how this whole journey of mine began, was trying to find relief with my nasty hands. So that is where I want to kind of like start there. So therefore, I'm really excited that you are here. And if anything, I want to make sure that either you receive the relief that you're looking for from dry, itchy, embarrassing skin, or you at least learn something or take some valuable information away from this evening. So therefore, as I mentioned earlier, I am now a stay-at-home mom, but I am a retired educator. So I am one of those research gurus. So waterless lotion bar fell into my life, in my hands. I was like, this isn't legit. Like, no, it has to, be a fib. So therefore, I started on my journey. And you might be thinking kind of like, okay, what's this waterless thing? So, because water's good for our body, right? We all need water. So I'm thinking, right, like lotion, it's okay that it has water in that. Honey, if you need to, you can get out, honey, if you want. Sorry, that's my chauffeur I'm talking to now that we are home. He has permission to drop me off at my premises. So therefore, back, getting on my research guru and looking up water. So we all know that we need water in our body. And so if we need water, why would we not want water in our skincare products? Like, what would be bad about that? So that led me down my path, and I began to think, okay, well, we need water, and if we're not supposed to have it through our skincare products, then I guess we must be getting it naturally. Okay, right? So where do we get our water naturally? We get it from our faucets, right? That kind of thing. Okay, so everybody's with me so far? So this is where I guess I put on my educator hat and we go down the science lesson route, okay?
Oh, my hello.
So therefore, we all know that water attracts water, right? Okay, and if you're kind of wondering, like, how does water attract water? If you remember, like, H2O is what we call water. They are linked together with molecules, right? So if you have a dropper of water or a drop of water and you drop another one on top, like, right, drop your water, it's going to, right, create that dome with your water. And that's because, right, H2O attracts H2O, so it's going to attract another one. So therefore, let's go back to the beginning of my story, and anyone that hopped on, is that the waterless lotion bar fell into my life because I had nasty, a year we won't speak of, hands, right? So I was looking for instant relief. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, if water is attracting water, and I have a skincare product, like lotion, I tried every lotion. I probably went through every lotion in the store that was probably available trying to find, and I'm putting it on constantly, multiple times during the day, then what's happening to the water that's in my skin, right? It's being pulled out and attracted to the water that is on the product that's going on my skin. And I'm thinking, water, applying it, reapplying it, reapplying it. And we all know what happens to that when we're constantly reapplying a product that has water. I am continuously pulling more and more and more moisture out, right? So therefore, you might wonder, right? Because I'm thinking to myself too, right? Well, then why are companies putting water in their products? Anyone else thinking that, right? Like if water attracts water, right? Water attracts water and it's drying out skin. Well, why are companies putting that water in there? Just take the water out. So therefore, think about it this way. You have a cup of water, you put it on your counter, and you leave it on your counter for a month. Okay, who's going to drink out of that cup of water that's been sitting on your counter for a month? Anyone? Anyone? Not me, right? Because even though it's sitting there, it's still collecting bacteria growth. It's still collecting mold, those kinds of things sitting on your counter. So the product that's on the shelf, right, when we go to these stores, they have a shelf life of 1 to 3 years. So that skincare product that has water in it could technically sit on that shelf at the store for up to 3 years. Now go back and think about the cup of water that's sitting on your counter. If you wouldn't even touch that even after a day, think about water sitting in a bottle on a shelf for 3 years. Well, they've got to do something to preserve it. So what are they adding into that bottle of lotion to preserve the water that's there? Well, they're adding preservatives, right? They're adding stabilizers, emulsifiers, and those are all toxins so that it can have a long shelf life. So when we are putting those types of water-based lotions onto our skin, we are also putting toxins on our skin. So therefore, the waterless lotion bar, I don't know if I have it with me here, the magical tube. So this magical tube right here has no water in it, okay? So where are you getting your water? Like, where do you think you're going to get the water from, right? So we need to get the water from somewhere. And if you remember in the beginning, we want to get our water from our bathing process or from our washing process. So therefore, we don't need to worry about preservatives in here because there is no water in here, okay? So therefore, the water you're going to get from, right, after you take a shower, after you wash your hands, whatever it is, you get the water from there, and then this, right, creates it up. Then lastly, the other amazing thing in this magical tube is farm fresh beeswax, okay? Which, right, this whole journey was new to me. That started with this little tube right here, and I'm thinking, bees, right? I can't stand bees. But then you'll soon realize why we all are obsessed with bees. Bees, like, they are amazing. Amazing in many, many, many different ways. So I'm not going to go all the benefits of what fresh farm beeswax does. But what this tube does is it with fresh farm beeswax for your skin is that it is an humectant, okay? So a humectant means that it is keeping moisture in. So think about your process, right? You take your shower, and then you have, your water, your warmth, you apply it on, right? Then the humectant is pulling moisture from the air, right? And then that is what's connecting water to water, because remember, water attracts. And then that's what's locking in that moisture all day long. So isn't that amazing that you can apply it one time with no water other than the natural water that you should have, right? One time other than where I was, right? In that year we won't mention, washing my hands, and constantly grabbing any lotion bottle that I could find where the number one, number two ingredient was water, right? So therefore, so from this, as you know me, I continued to go farther down the rabbit hole. Hence, that is why I am here. Hence, that is why I love MIG. That is why I love the products, because it was legit. Like, this was not some, what? Like, waterless lotion? Never heard of a thing. Like, I really gave it a chance. I did my research. I tried it. It has helped not only me, but also my whole entire family. So then that's when I continued to go down the rabbit hole, and I needed to find out more. I needed to be a part of all of this amazing stuff. Okay. So before we finish out a little bit, that's just my story. That's just how I fell in love with this product. A little bit of information on why we don't want waterless in our why we want waterless, but we don't want water in our skincare products. I want to leave you with a couple of, I guess, things. So first of all, I want to thank you for your time, because this is something that I'm really passionate about. And I want you to thank yourself also for being here, because as a busy mom myself, I know that it's hard to take 20 minutes out of our days. So you need to thank yourself for giving yourself 20 minutes to think on how you can continue to bless yourself. And all of us here want to make sure that we want you to continue to bless yourself. So, therefore, to get a waterless lotion bar today, we want to make sure that you are grabbing all the benefits and receiving a discount today of up to $20 off on this baby right here. Okay, so don't walk away from this Zoom thinking, oh, that was nice. Okay, that was fun. Walk away from the Zoom knowing that we want to save you up to $20 on this tube. And it is something that you will invest in yourself and invest in your family, and start making that switch today with one thing, lotion. That's where I started. That was my journey. It was lotion. We switched the lotion. And then, as I said, I went down the rabbit hole, and there's no coming back after that. So please reach out to the wonderful sister that invited you today and see how you can save up to $20 off on this wonderful thing. Now, if you are unsure on which scent you want, we have 3 scents, then I highly recommend that you bundle up and save. Bundle up and save. You will get 3 of them sent to you. You can smell each one. And then you know what? You are sharing the blessings by either sharing it and gifting it to somebody else, or like my household, we pretty much have one of these in every room. You're going to want them all over the house at different sinks or in different bathrooms or bedrooms, wherever you want. And if right now is just not your time, please just let your sister know that invited you what you loved about today's session or gathering today. Like, did you learn something new that blew your mind? Just like all of this blew my mind a year ago when I started. Did something blow your mind? Did something touch you? Was there questions that you had? Do you wish that you would have received something else? Let them know, because if you just reach out to that sister and let them know, I want to put you in my giveaway to bless one of you with one of these lotion bars, because they are amazing. amazing, and I want to get them into your hands, whether it's with a discount, a bundle, or with a giveaway. You ladies deserve to pamper yourself. So I am here for a few minutes longer to hang out. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask any of us questions, or drop them into the chat comments, or just have a blessed evening.
If you use the waterless lotion bar, drop your favorite scent in the chat. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Mine is definitely the lavender for my family because we are all high allergy people. So we all bathe at night. So therefore, because we all bathe at night, then we apply this at night as kind of like our little like essence kind of relaxation. So that's why my family and I love the lavender. And then one thing, because I am in Arizona and it is always sunny, in our pool bag, I drop the blood orange one in our pool bag because it just reminds me of like beachy summer fun. So then when the kids are out of the pool, I give them a quick swipe, and that kind of helps with the moisture too. But what's everybody else loving? Bloom?
I am obsessed with the blood orange any time of the year. Yeah.
Yep.
It smells to me like a creamsicle.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And I literally am that girl that like, I dig every literal last morsel out of that thing.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Like that little wheel, I'm like with a Q-tip, like just like microscopically. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I like them all. But the blood orange is my favorite.
I know. They're
It's
all
hard to,
so good.
yeah. And then every time I use one, people are like, "What? You smell so good."
Kind of stress.
My lotion.
Yeah. She's half she's feeling the roads, and I haven't.
I dig it all out, Jensen. Okay, anyone else? Any questions?
One thing, this is Adriana, sorry.
Hey,
Hey! One thing
how's the family?
I'll show you what I look like at the moment. I am a hot mess. Hot mess.
Well, her whole family's quarantined, so she's like, right?
Yes,
With the kids and everyone.
it's been crazy. One thing I've noticed, it is my friends. One thing I've noticed that sometimes like I'm extra dry. I am so sorry. It's Laura.
Hey, you know what? Everyone else is mute, but that's happening in the background there too. So do not feel bad. And as I said, I am in my office. Hi, sweetheart. I'm in my office. I gotta go to the car. It's the only place that's ever quiet.
She called you, yes, she called you sweetheart. Yes, she did. Anyhow, when I need extra and I don't have the time to like run to the shower on my legs or whatever, I spritz it with like a spray bottle and then rub it on.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's like the one I've kind of noticed. I don't know if the rest of you felt this way. It was a complete mind shift, right? Because I was so used to like getting out of the shower and drying myself off and then putting my lotion on, right? So instead, I was still standing in my shower wet, right? Or standing on my bath mat wet, having to apply this and then kind of dab it in. It's a big mind shift, right? So a lot of people are, still struggling with that mind shift, thinking, oh, I'm just going to apply it to my dry skin right now, thinking that that's going to give them the extra moisture. So that's a great tip. That's a great tip. Thanks for sharing that. Just getting yourself a little wet or spraying yourself with a little water bottle, just you help lock in to that moisture. I love it. Thanks. Anybody else got any tips that they've figured out with their waterless lotion bar?
For me, with the facial lotion bar, which is, similar to the body lotion bar, it's waterless. But I have been using that on my lips during during the winter. It's so dry. I always suffer with really bad chapped lips. And so I'll do that. After washing my hands, I'll put a little bit of water on my lips and just kind of wait for it to just not dry completely, but, not be too wet. And then I put some of the facial lotion bar on my lips, and that has been a lifesaver. A lifesaver.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, my family too. My girls, like, they know, like, where is that stuff? I need it for my lips, because I have littles too, right? And they're like this all over. And it's all the way up here, chapped lips. And then they keep applying, more water or licking it even more. And it makes it so much worse. So you're right. It is wonderful. And it doesn't have like a nasty taste, right?
No,
Or
it smells
anything
so
to
good.
freak. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Jensen typing? Anyone can read that?
She says she's in Wisconsin with cold weather and the body lotion has been great. Add lavender bar to slightly wet hands. So good. Extra boost. Add cuticle serum.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
And Mel says, thank you, Laura.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. I'm glad you could hop on. All right, sweet sisters. Anybody have anything to share or add? Otherwise, I'm going to let you get back to either purchasing or applying your evening swipe.
Thank you, friend.
Thanks,
All
Laura.
right, girls.
Laura.
Love you
Bye.
all.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Sheila.